Hey everyone, it is good to be back with you all. Today, I want to talk about something pretty personal, my net worth, but not in a bragging way, more like a cautionary tale mixed with some hard-earned lessons. You know, back when I was younger, I really thought I had it all figured out, but boy, was I wrong. I chased those quick buck dreams, the high returns, and ended up learning the hard way. This is not about showing off. It is about being honest about my journey, the good, the bad, and especially the ugly parts where I lost a good chunk of change. So let us dive into the numbers for August 2025. I started tracking my net worth seriously not that long ago. I used to just, spend and hope for the best. That was a terrible strategy, by the way. Anyway, I am hoping to make this a regular thing, checking in every month, showing you where my money is, where it is going, and more importantly, why my goal is to eventually hit that 100K mark. And I want to bring you along for the ride, sharing all the lessons I pick up along the way. I got a bit of inspiration from watching other folks on YouTube share their financial journeys, and I thought, why not share mine too, especially since my path has been a bit, shall we say, bumpier. First up, let us talk about my assets. This is everything I own that has value, my checking accounts, savings, investments, even my car. I have got my Wells Fargo checking account here. Right now, it is sitting at 4,175.68. You might be thinking, wow, that is a lot of cash to have just sitting there, and you would be right. Usually I do not keep that much. But here's my reasoning, which comes from experience, some good and some painful. I have been keeping an eye on the market, listening to all the whispers, and there is a lot of talk about potential shifts, especially with some political stuff coming up. If there is a market downturn, I want to be ready. I want to have that cash on hand to invest in stocks and ETFs that I really believe in when they are at a lower price. It is about seizing opportunity, something I missed out on too many times when I was younger because I was always scrambling. If the market stays stable though, this cash will not just sit there. I will move the majority of it into my high-yield savings account. Continuing my dollar cost averaging strategy, no transaction fees thankfully, so it is easy to move things around. Then there is my SoFi checking account. This one is simple. It is at zero. I only use SoFi for my high-yield savings, so my checking account there stays empty. Next, my Wells Fargo savings account. This is my accessible emergency fund sitting at 2,871.8. It is different from my high-yield savings because it is instant access. If my car breaks down tomorrow or some other unexpected expense pops up, this is where I pull from. No waiting 2 business days for transfers. It is liquid, it is quick. This account has saved me from going into debt more times than I care to admit. A lesson learned after racking up credit card debt on emergencies I was not prepared for. Now, my SoFi high-yield savings account, this is where the bulk of my cash lives. It is currently holding 25,376.76. Last year, this account was much bigger. Too big. Honestly, I had way too much cash just sitting there, not really working for me. After getting some really good advice, some of it from you folks, I started moving that money into investments. It is earning about 3.8% APY, which is decent, but investing it smartly can yield much better returns over the long run. The main reason I still keep a good chunk here, though, is for a future down payment on a house that is still a few years away, so I keep it mobile. But the dream of owning a home is a big motivator for keeping that money safely tucked away. Moving on to my retirement accounts. First, my TroPrice account. This is a 401k from a part-time job I recently left. I worked there for about 3 years, averaging 20 to 30 hours a week. It was not huge money, but it was nice to have a 401k. It is currently at 6,847.43. I will be rolling this over into my main retirement account with Empower soon. Consolidating is key, something I wish I knew earlier instead of having little bits of money scattered everywhere. My Empower retirement account, this is my big one. My main 401k from my full-time employer. I started this when I was 21, about 4 or 5 years ago. I contribute 8% of every paycheck, and my company matches 6%, which is free money, folks. Always take advantage of that. It is currently at 19,586.86. This account is the backbone of my long-term financial plan. It is amazing how consistent contributions, even small ones, add up over time. This is one of those things I started doing right, almost by accident, and it has paid off tremendously. Next, my Fidelity brokerage account. This is where I experiment, where I have learned a lot of tough lessons. I recently tried a challenge, trying to turn 100 into 1,000 in 30 days. Let me tell you, that is incredibly hard. I bought 50 of Fubo, thinking it would jump after earnings. It is now worth 46.2. Oh, so I lost a bit there. It is a good reminder that quick gains are rarely easy or guaranteed. I will probably sell this and put it into my Roth IRA. This account is where I allow myself to make those smaller, more speculative plays, but I do it with money I am truly okay with losing. This is not where my serious money goes. That is a hard boundary I learned to set after some painful short-term trading attempts in my younger days. Then there is my Roth IRA, my personal retirement account. This is a big one for me. I have automatic payments set up with Fidelity, so every single day, whether the market is up or down, I am buying. About 60% is in VU, 30% in QQM, and the remaining 10% is in individual stocks I like. I am almost maxed out for the year. Currently, it is at 10,418.22. Consistent, automated investing into broad market funds. That is the secret sauce. It is boring, but it works. This is what I tell anyone just starting out. Automate it, forget about it, and let time do its magic. Now, my crypto holdings, this is a bit more volatile. Obviously, the majority is in Bitcoin and XRP, with smaller, more speculative amounts in coins like Shiba, HAR, XLM, and Bean. Just a disclaimer, this is not financial advice. This is just my personal strategy. You guys probably know crypto has had a nice run lately, so my holdings have gone up. I buy Bitcoin weekly and XRP whenever I feel like it. Right now, my crypto is at 15,297.91. This is high risk, yes, but I am young and I am in a position where if this 15,000 went to zero tomorrow, it would sting, but it would not ruin me. The biggest lesson I learned with crypto is only invest what you are truly prepared to lose. It is a wild west out there, not a lot of regulation, so proceed with extreme caution. My early attempts at crypto were pure gambling, driven by FOMO, and I paid the price for that lack of discipline. Finally, my vehicle equity, I forgot to include this in my last net worth update, and some of you pointed out that it is a significant asset. If I were to sell my car today based on KBB value and mileage, I could probably get about $14,000 for it. Being conservative, of course, my total assets, adding all that up, come to $98,620.14. That is a number I would have laughed at a few years ago, thinking it was impossible for me. Now let us talk about the other side of the coin, my liabilities. These are my debts. First, my Wells Fargo credit card, zero. That is a good feeling. My Discover credit card, however, has 492.50 on it. I just put that on yesterday. Actually, I will pay this off very quickly, probably today or early next week before any interest hits. Paying off credit cards in full every month is a non-negotiable for me. Now, the interest rates are brutal, and that is a mistake I made repeatedly when I was younger, letting balances linger and accumulating unnecessary debt. Next, financing services. These are those buy now, pay, ladder things. I know I have said before not to use them, but hey, sometimes temptation wins. I did use one recently, and I currently owe $488.72 on it. It is a 0% interest plan, thankfully, but still, it is debt. I am paying it off quickly. It is a reminder that even when you know better, it is easy to slip up. The key is to recognize it and fix it immediately. My Capital One credit card, zero, another good feeling. Lastly, my auto loan, the payoff amount for my vehicle, if I wanted to pay it off tomorrow, is $18,919. So my total liabilities come to $19,931. Now, I know some of you are probably thinking just pay off that credit card, those financing services, and even the auto loan. And yes, the credit card and financing services will be gone almost immediately. But the auto loan, I am a bit torn on. I have a really good interest rate on it, and my monthly payment is low. I am not in a rush to pay it off. Honestly, I would rather take that $18,000 and invest it, letting it work for me than pay off a low interest debt. If the interest rate was high, like 8%, and my payment was $700 a month, I would be paying it off yesterday. But with a conservative loan like mine, I am not worried. That is a calculated decision based on what I have learned about good debt versus bad debt. So, at a glance, my total assets are $98,620.14. And my total liabilities are $19,931. That leaves me with a positive net worth of $78,719.83. It is not a huge number, but it is a number built on discipline, learning from mistakes, and a complete shift in mindset. Before I wrap this up, I have to give a huge shout out to my parents. If you are watching this, Mom and Dad, none of this would be possible without you. Living at home has given me an incredible opportunity to become financially literate and get ahead, an opportunity many do not have. If you have the chance to live with your parents and focus on your finances, please take it. It truly sets you up for future success. The main thing I want to convey with this video is this. I still make $19 an hour, I do not have a ton of side hustles, and YouTube is not making me rich. To be completely transparent, I have made about $250 from YouTube so far, and I have not even withdrawn that yet. I know a lot of people making $19 an hour who are struggling, and that is not a judgment. It is just a reality. My point is, if you can become financially literate, if you can create a financial plan for yourself, whether it is investing, saving, or keeping your debt low, you can achieve amazing things. Even on a modest income, imagine if I was making $30 or $40 an hour, I wish, but right now, at $19 an hour, I have increased my net worth by about $14,000. In the last 8 months, that comes from consistent investing, sticking to my plan, not getting shaken out of the market by every little dip or rise. It is about dollar cost averaging, keeping debt low, and saving money, all automated. It might seem small at first, investing $5 a day or whatever, but I promise you, it adds up. You do not need to make hundreds of thousands of dollars to be financially independent. Sure, if I got a $400,000 mortgage tomorrow, that would change things dramatically, but I have built a mindset to be financially smart at every stage of my life. That is what I want for all of you. No matter what you are earning, become financially literate. Find a plan, stick to it, and your net worth will consistently grow. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just me sharing my journey, my struggles, and how I am trying to build a better financial future. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing if you want to see these updates monthly. Let me know. I am happy to make this a recurring series. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.